Hi, I'm Jeff Zoll. I am the Assistant Superintendent for Teaching and Learning in Deerfield, Illinois, and I'm also part of the What Great Educators Do Differently team, and we are super excited to be hosting our fourth event. We started in Chicago last year, and we went to Kansas City and Houston, and now we are hosting our fourth event just outside Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in Weirton, West Virginia.
Hi, I'm Andrea Delaney. I'm Director of Student Services for Hancock County Schools. And this weekend, we welcome What Great Educators Do Differently to our county, and Weirton Elementary School is the host school.
A conference like this, being able to bring it, to your town, to your city, to your state, I think it'll be amazing. A lot of times we're always stretched tight on funds, on trying to provide professional development to our teachers. But if we could bring something like this, to them and have them to be a part of the conference and engage more teachers, I think it'll be more beneficial.
I'm Star Saxteen from New York. I was here talking about feedback, actionable feedback, trying to help teachers and administrators really think about the kind of feedback they're giving students and what they expect students to do with it, and more importantly, how to make students responsible and accountable for their own learning by using feedback in an actionable way.
My first session was about how you can give students control of their learning. Now I do that through the flipped classroom, but what I'm hoping people took away from my session was that you can give up some of your control as a teacher and watch the awesome things that happen when your students start taking control of their own learning, and the many different ways how that can look within your class.
One day I really just started looking at Starbucks as a place where this could be a learning environment I could adapt for kids in my classroom. So basically I developed a flexible seating model that includes a variety of options for kids to learn. So standing, sitting, different kinds of ball chairs, those kind of things for kids to sit at. And I was seeing an increased motivation, increased engagement. Kids started loving coming to school. Kids are working within seconds instead of working within minutes. And I really became more thoughtful about what I was putting up in my space. So it was less about my interests and things that I liked and more about looking at the classroom from a perspective of, if I was a student, would I want to be a learner in this class?
We were not hired to maintain the status quo. We were hired to make a difference. That's M-A-D. Not get mad, make a difference. And today we are learning about challenging the status quo, because you know what? We need to challenge ourselves, because if it doesn't challenge us, it won't change us. So if we truly want to make a difference for our families, for our students, for our communities, we have to understand that we have to live life differently, but we also have to understand that we've got to be different in our schools. And that starts with us as leaders. We have enough leaders, but we need more leadership. The principal is a prime facilitator of culture in our schools. So how are we changing the culture? How are we changing the thinking of our teachers and staff members to believe that our children can be successful? Our children can be, as long as the adults in their world do not give up on them. So you want to ask me, what do I recommend? I recommend that you say for yourself that you're going to stop praying for a lighter load and start praying for a stronger back. Because we know that this work won't get any easier, but we're called to do this work. It's a calling, it's a ministry. These children will keep us on our toes and our knees every day. But if not you and me, then who? And if it doesn't happen now, then when? It's time for a revolution. And a revolution doesn't get tabled until next year. It happens right away. And at What Great Educators Do Differently, as we begin a revolution, we fight for our young people and we fight for our communities. But the most important thing is we understand is that service is not beyond us, because if service is beyond us, then leadership is below you. If you don't serve, you can't lead. Leadership is about service. Amen, and keep up the great work, because our children need awesome leaders and teachers who believe in them until they believe in themselves.